Creator Classic is heating up here in Season 2. We've got Heff from the Keeper League taking on Dylan from the Boundary Riders here in quarterfinal number 3. Both of these boys making their way through their first round matchups, and good to have them back on for a very tough quiz today. Heff, starting with you, how'd you feel after your first round matchup? Draft-related trivia for you.
Yeah, it felt all right to get there. I felt like I fluked a few of them, but years of kind of studying drafts and trying to spot fantasy players before, as soon as they kind of join the competition, the ones that could come up and be immediate players, I think has kind of helped a little bit in that respect. But yeah, hopefully it does the same for this one, but it goes a long way back, this one, so we'll see how we go.
Certainly does. And Dylan, a good performance from you, just beating Liam from useless AFL stats in a submission almost, just getting it done in a very good performance, has to be said.
Yeah, I think the experience that I got from the first season of the Creator Clash did help me quite a bit, but yeah, hopefully I can back that up again here in this quarterfinal.
So a spot on the line here in the semi-final for the winner of this matchup. Let's look at the board right now because it is an interesting quiz. Today, we're talking about every player since the year 2000 to make the All-Australian team, age 21 or under. So we're looking for the young guns that have gone above and beyond and they've made it into the All-Australian 22. The stipulations: the player has to have been aged 21 or less before the start of the season. So before round 0 or round 1, they had to have been aged 21 or less. They could have turned 22 during the season. Stiff, I don't care. The year and the club shown is the first season that the player made the All-Australian team, aged 21 or under. There is some players on this list that have done it more than once. So the first time they've done it are the stats that we've shown on the grid. When you're making a guess, you need to guess the player and the club, not taking any tolerances on that. And of course, the first to 12 is going to win it and earn their spot in the semi-final. As we start every quiz here on the channel and the Creator Classic, we start it with a question. Today's question sees Matthew Lloyd featured up the top of the grid. He actually does qualify. He would have been the 41st player on the grid. He would have been on this list, making the All-Australian team in the year 2000, aged 21, before the start of that season. So today's question is a bit rogue. So we're talking from 1995, when he debuted, to and including the year 2000. How many goals did Matthew Lloyd kick? The 21 and unders, that's where we're looking today. How many goals for Lordo from 95 to 2000? While these boys are thinking about their answers, make sure you get around. The Keeper League podcast is doing great things on Spotify and growing their audience on YouTube. Get around the Boundary Riders channel as well. Dylan doing some awesome things there here on YouTube. And of course, if you've been enjoying the Creator Classic, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to Statchat. There's plenty more trivia action to come and you don't want to miss any of it. Heff looking like he's got an answer. Dylan looking like he's wrapping things up. Heff, let's see it from you, mate. What do you got?
Let's go 137 instead.
Alrighty, so Heff locking in 137 goals for Lordo. Dylan, what do you got?
I'll go with 125.
125 for Dylan. Correct answer, 354 goals for Lordo between 95 and 2000. That is unreal.
Probably should have got a bit higher.
It's an unbelievable stat. He was All-Australian 3 times, aged 21 and under, the last of which being in the year 2000. So, Heff, that gives you the new ball. You had the highest total, so you're going to start this quiz off.
I've got to go with the low-hanging fruit. I think I'll go 2023, the Collingwood one, Nick Dacos.
2023, Collingwood is Nick Dacos, of course, doing it in 2023 and doing it in 2024. That's why he had the asterisks. A 2-timer, 21 and under in the All-Australian team.
I'll probably go pretty low-hanging fruit as well. I'll go with that age 20, 2023, Sydney Swans, Errol Goulden.
And the Sydney fan just has to be picking up that low-hanging fruit of his own team. It is Errol Goulden. That's a good pull.
I'll go with the next one on the list and lock in Caleb Sarong.
Just going in order, it is Caleb Sarong. We're starting off well here. The line is first to 12 wins it. Have we gone too low? I don't know. Let's see how we go.
I'll go with the 2021 Carlton, Sam Walsh.
And it is Sam Walsh. Going out of order, but I don't mind that, Dylan. Just got to take the answers that you're happy with.
I've got one that I'm absolutely confident in. I've got one of my favourite players to ever pull on the Port Guernsey just because of the times he gave us sitting in the stands down at Amy Stadium. I'll go with 2013, 19, the Port Adelaide one, Chad Wingard.
It's a good rip. Doing it 2 times, age 21 and under. The Chad, just elite starting out his career, wasn't he, Heff?
Oh, unreal. The Wingard showdown. Does anyone remember that? It was
yeah.
incredible. I was in the stands. It was like one of the greatest days of my life. I was sitting right behind the pretty much adjacent to where he took the mark as well in the pocket there. So it was great.
Oh, wow. There you go. So the Chad, one of our favourites here on the channel, he's on the board. Dylan, where are you looking, mate?
I'm going to go with that 2017, I think it is, 2017, 21 Essendon, Zach Merritt.
It is Zach Merritt.
Yeah.
It's a good pull. We are 3 from 3 so far. And I don't even think I've mentioned the fact, just me today, BT on the injury list, out of action. He will be back next week. Don't worry about that. But of course, we're getting it done here for the Creator Classic.
Oh, I need to think about a few of these now. Like even the Port one, there's 2 players. I can't remember which one it is at that time. Got to feel like there's 2 obvious ones, obviously, but I can't remember which one it was. I'll go.
You don't want to give up a 50-50 either, do you?
No, that's it. I'll go back a bit further maybe and go 2008. And I reckon that might be Cyril Rioli.
Going with 2008, Cyril Rioli. It is not Cyril.
Oh, damn
is incorrect.
All right, I'm going to go with the 2009 Geelong pick, Joel Selwood.
Going with Joel Selwood, has done it multiple times, this player, and it is Joel Selwood. It's a good pull. So doing it in 2009 and 2010 in his age 21 season. Back over to Heff. Can he level things up?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty stumped on this, to be honest. I'll go with 2011 Collingwood. Is that still side bottom?
2011 Collingwood is not steel side bottom. Not a bad guess, though. Good areas, but is not steel. Dylan, haven't missed one yet. Can you keep the streak alive?
I'm going to go with Marcus Bontempelli for the Western Bulldogs.
With the Bont, and he is one of those 2 dogs. In 2016, the year they won the flag, he was All-Australian. You do forget, early Bont was just dominant from the get-go, wasn't he?
Yeah, basically from the get-go.
Heff, having a good think about this board. There's sport for choice is probably the issue.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm actually just blanking, to be honest. Just trying to think of young players that made All-Australian.
Yeah.
It's not something I really follow closely purely because, once the season ends, fantasy stops and I don't care anymore.
That's right. That's right.
So I don't really look at who's in All-Australian, that sort of stuff. Very often just trying to think of good young players in that year. I'll go with 2017 for the Crows. I'm not even sure if he has made an All-Australian, but Charlie Cameron, he was young then.
With Charlie Cameron, he was young then, but he did not make an All-Australian. With the Crows, it is not Charlie Cameron. Dylan, having a think, looks deep in thought here.
I'll go with the Swans, Luke Parker.
Going with the Swans, Luke Parker. That is incorrect.
Yeah.
First miss of the day for Dylan. The board's starting to get a bit tough here. Lots to work through, but we are in the quarterfinals and the difficulty stepping its way up.
Can I go with Daisy Thomas for Collingwood?
Going with Daisy Thomas. I can't give you Daisy.
Oh.
Damn.
Did make All-Australian in 2010, but a little bit old at that point in time.
Gonna go with the Tigers, Trent Cotchin.
The year he retrospectively won the Brownlow in 2012. It is Trent Cotchin. Nice pull there from Dill, moving his way 6-3.
I'm just trying to think of every young player that played in that Collingwood premiership side in 2010.
Yeah.
Who I think might, because I think Dane Beams was really young then as well. I'm not sure under 21 though, but I'll go Dane Beams. I want to get that Collingwood one.
There's 2 Collingwood ones there. You got the 2011 and the 2012, and the Beamer is 2012. That is a good pull, Heff.
Got one, finally.
It's a good rip. Dane Beam's a good name.
Definitely getting a lot harder now. I'll go with Nick Rewalt for St Kilda.
There's a few Saints ones there around that 04-05 era, and Nick Rewalt in 2004 was All-Australian. in his 21st year. You boys have stayed mostly away from the second half of the board. You've done well to pluck that one out.
Yeah, admittedly, I started playing fantasy in 2008, and that's when I started watching footy. So
There you
before
go.
that, didn't really care about it before then. So I obviously played local footy and stuff like that, but didn't really watch AFL. All my Saturdays and was spent down at the park kicking the footy, so I didn't really watch it.
Yeah.
But you mentioned there's lots of Saints around that area, so let's log in Brendan Goddard.
Going with Brendan Goddard. Good name, but he's not on this list.
Damn.
Not a bad shout, though.
I'm going to go with the Sydney Swans, Tom Mitchell.
Locking in Tom Mitchell. Of course, drafted by the Swans as that father-son pick, but it is
Not
not
that one.
Tom Mitchell. Not a bad
think-
name, though.
He struggled to get a game with the Swans. He was such a gun, though. Like, if they actually played him, he probably would have been, but they never
he's
actually played him.
He was getting 60 touches in the knee for a week.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was a stacked lineup. I'm not going to go through them because it might give you some answers, but that Sydney midfield was very impressive.
I'm just trying to think of champions now of the game that probably started well pretty young. Can I give Luke Hodge Hawthorn a go?
You can give Luke Hodge a go, and he's on the board. That's a good pull.
That's the one I was thinking.
Hodgie.
Yeah, cool.
2005. Not a bad way to go about it, Heff. 7-5.
I'll go with Chris Judd for the West Coast Eagles.
Locking in Juddy for the Eagles. And it is 2004, winning the Brownlow that year, aged 20. Unreal stuff from Juddy.
I was just having to think about some of these Crows. Can I lock in Patrick Dangerfield?
Locking in Patrick Dangerfield, 2012, in his 21 aged season. He's on the board. Now we're getting a bit of momentum here. Bit of a shift in strategy, and I like it. Back over to Dylan.
Going to go with Richmond, Brett Deledio.
Richmond Brett Deledio. He is not on the list. A good name, but can't pay it.
Oh, I'll probably give this away now if I get it wrong, but I'm just going to go with Port Adelaide, Connor Rosie.
Going with the 50-50, Connor Rosie, and he's nailed it. The Port man trusting his gut. Good to get that one off the board. You would have been dirty if you didn't get it. Heff getting within one now of Dylan. This is a tight matchup.
I'm going to go with the Giants, Lockie Whitfield.
Going with Lockie Whitfield. It is not Lockie Whitfield. Heff has been on a run here the last few guesses. A chance to level the scores. I think you were down by 3.
Can I go with Melbourne, Clayton Oliver?
You certainly can go Clayton Oliver. It is 8 apiece here. Things are heating up here in quarterfinal number 3.
That Bulldogs one there, Jake Stringer.
Locking in the package. Heff nodding his head. It is the package. That's a good pull. I think he kicked 50 plus that year as well. Just a real breakout year from the package. Dylan moving himself 1 point ahead. Can you match him up, Heff?
Trying to think of those inaugural Giants that came out, but I'm not sure how long it would have taken one to make All Australian. 19 years old. It's young at 2013. Yeah. I don't think this is right, but we'll go with Toby Green for the Giants.
Locking in Toby Green at the Giants. It is not Uncle Toby. It's not a bad guess, but I can't pay him.
So I'm pretty sure Jeremy Cameron nearly won the Coleman in 2013. In his second year, had a blinder, had 60 plus goals. So I'm going to go with Jeremy Cameron for the Giants.
You've absolutely nailed it, Dylan. What a season from Jezza Cameron. He is on the board in 2013. Dylan moving to double digits, but this is in no way, shape, or form over. This is a tight match, Heff. Have you got one to come back into it?
I'm just going back to those Saints players. Let's have a go at Nick Del Santo.
Locking in Nicky Dal. You can't keep the man down. Nick Del Santo on the board. That's a good pull.
I'm going to go Fremantle. Pretty sure he was a pretty early rising star. Paul Hazelby.
Locking in Paul Hazelby for the Dockers. That is a good pull. Paul Hazelby on the board. Nice rip there from Dill. Moving his way to match point. Heff, can you put the pressure on him here and get your way to double digits?
I'm going to stick to my St Kilda theme. I'll go with the only other one I can think of that era is Luke Ball.
He just keeps himself alive. Luke Ball is on the list. What a matchup we've got right here. The score 10-11. The serve is with Dylan from Boundary Riders. The pressure is on you here. A correct guess, and you lock in your spot in the second semi-final of Season 2 of the Creator Classic. You couldn't get it done in Season 1. You're back here on the channel in Season 2. And if you don't get it, Heff is just right behind you, ready to level the score up. Have you got a name here?
That Swans one keeps on looking at me. I should know it. Dan Hanbury for the Sydney Swans.
Dylan locking in Dan Hanbury for his team, the Swans. Dan Hanbury started it off well when he was young, and he did make the All-Australian team in 2013. That is a good pull. That is a bloody good quiz. Dylan from Boundary Riders taking this one down 12-10. What a matchup. But let's go to Heff first, mate. Commiserations. That is a good trivia battle from you. You've gone right to the line there.
Oh, it's just, yeah, and I've just realised the first one, 2008, that has to be Buddy Franklin, doesn't it, as well? So I had another one. It just hit me just then. It just hit me then. It's an obvious one, who that one is. So, but I don't think I would have got another one after that. So I think Dylan is a deserved winner after that.
Dill, how you feeling, mate? You've made your way through the gauntlet, made it to the semi-final of Season 2. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm probably a bit lucky on a couple of them, like the Rising Star for Paul Hazelby. I looked a couple of video researches I've done in more recent times, that name popped up. So I don't think I would have got names like that very well at all. I don't think I would have got that one. So guess I'm lucky I've been doing some research on videos lately, because I don't think I would have got a few of these ones. So
you've done well. The research has paid off. Let's go through these names on the board. You obviously called out Lance Franklin in 2008, but let's go through from the top to the bottom. 2017, Josh Kelly making the All-Australian for the Giants. And Matt Crouch was the Adelaide name, making the All-Australian in their grand final year. 2014 for the Crows, a one-time All-Australian was Brodie Smith. Dyson Heppel in 2014 for the Dons, getting it done. Nick Natanui in 2012, getting it done as a 21-year-old for the Eagles. 2011, you were playing around with this for a while, Heff.
Who is it?
Ben Reed is the name that we know.
No, wouldn't have got that.
No.
That's tough. For 2010 for the D's, this was in their dark times, but Chip Frawley made an All-Australian, age 21 and under. Jack Rewalt winning the Coleman and getting in the All-Australian team. 2005 was Truck Rutten, a great name, one that we don't hear enough here on the channel. Adam McPhee, a real rogue name here. But
is this Pav the next
Australian. Pav is the next one.
Yeah, so I might have got there in the end if I got that one up. Anyway.
Might have been able to get there. Jonathan Hay for the Hawks is a bit of a cerebral name. Brad Ottens in his time at the Tigers made the All-Australian before shifting across to the Cats. Simon Black did it age 21 and under for the Lions. Stephen King was the All-Australian ruckman in the year 2000. Lance Whitnell's a great name that I love seeing here on the channel. And Boomer Harvey, age 21 and under, in the year 2000, was the last name on the list. That was a bloody good quiz. Great work from you boys. You've gone right to the line there. Heff, appreciate you coming back on the channel, mate.
Thanks for having me. Always good fun to jump on here, and congratulations, Dylan. Deserved winner there. Well done, and good luck in the next round.
Dill, you're going to be moving on. We'll see you in the semi-finals. Of course, go and check out the Keeper League on Spotify and on YouTube. Go and check out Boundary Riders here on YouTube as well. Dylan doing some great stuff. Big matchup coming up, the quarterfinal, number 4. Make sure you subscribe to Statchat if you want to keep up to date for that one and all the other matchups. Aside from that, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.